We go live to Venezuela, the National Electoral Council, for statements.
Presidential elections will be held on July 28th, and the journey of those leaders throughout the polling stations in Caracas and nationwide proved the commitment of the people who are willing to get familiar with the best electoral system in the world. Automated, cutting-edge technology, protected, modern, and transparent, with all the guarantees to express the people's willingness for democracy of our nation. It turns out to be very important to highlight the accompanying of the missions of international observers, many of them present here, United Nations, the Council of Experts of Electorate experts, and figures associated with elections in the 5 continents that are right now here in our country, who were able to verify the commitment of the Venezuelan people with sovereignty. Likewise, the mystics of ethics and professionalism of those servers of the National Electorate Council. The powers of the state, of the Venezuelan state, the legislative power, the commercial power, and the executive power, and besides the citizenship power, the prosecutor's office, and well, they all were deployed during the drill, accompanied by the Bolivarian armed force, and with all the Venezuelan state, and the most important, the Venezuelan people. At the drill, there were witnesses of just participated in the electoral drill. We all were excited about this activity. In virtue of the exposed, the National Electoral Council informed that it was estimated the time of the drill was an average of 38 seconds by each voter, which demonstrates the fastness of how fast this electoral system is. And there were we complied with all the technicities of the electoral system, and the technical personnel fulfilled all their functions or their roles, and the most important thing was that there were high rates of participation of the Venezuelan people, which generated as a consequence that till 9 p.m. on the Sunday, the people continue to wait for the opportunity to participate in the electoral drill, which triggered to prolong the time established. It was we could also verify in each of the machines the accuracy and efficacy of what we have been doing in the today, and the participation of each of people. It was the start of the electoral party. Many of them just accompanied this party with some musicians. However, we are in full development of what is the electoral program, and we have some activities. Today, right now, there are some observers in which audits are being making with those machines, and so the observers must know that the Venezuelan people are just showcasing their will for peace and sovereignty. Now we've got the floor to the president of. Thank you, President. Good afternoon to all the Venezuelan people and to the whole world. That it's important to inform the world, to the Venezuelan people, the status that we have in the electoral process. We have fulfilled 74% of the elections. We entered in the last stage of the electoral program. The drill we fulfilled with efficacy and accuracy that have show the National Electoral Council for over 20 years. The drill has some particular some characteristics. First, the approach, the scope. We have 58% of coverage in all parishes of the country, and 5% of polling stations. Well, we have 400 more polling centers and many more polling stations than last year. So that's a feature to highlight. First of all, the participation. We said yesterday when we described as resounding the participation of all voters. For us, it's we gauge the behavior in times of elections, and we see the whole functioning of the electoral process, all the process of counting ballots. Likewise, there were technical activities that have been certified in a way that the audits have the responsibility to. We complied with protocols that were certified for July 28th elections. We have another goal that were the target of operational and statistics, logistics targets, operative targets. Each of cooperative entities have been participating in conjunction and in a very coordinated way, in which each entity has a very specific role to cover all the demands of the process. So we are just prepared for elections on July 28th, and we simulated the attendance on the 2,000 polling centers that were yesterday. We had the events of attendance, and all were certified. The opening, closure. Well, it's important to highlight that operators reported all those events of the electoral process. This is very crucial because the day on the election day will be having over near 60,000 operators in elections. And so we are going to have a process of training, simulation, to be sure what's going to happen on July 28th. And fastly, the process of communication, of disclosing the closure of polling stations till 12:30 midnight, we achieved to disclose the information, the network of communication. We have 98% of accuracy in the centers, all technology provided by satellite, and we have a few, we have, so this will provide us a very important indicator. On June 28th, we have the capacity to deliver the outcomes, the tally to the country as soon as possible. We proved the contingencies, any events that could exist in the field, any devices could fail. We have 235 support centers of contingencies, and this is very crucial because we can say that incidents were minimum 0.9% in the authentication system, and all these incidents were sorted out in the least time possible, because we're gonna have a 15% of contingencies for the election day to resolve any event. Regarding the simulation, the drill, we fulfill the three main goals. We've got other secondary activities. We have the audits being conducted, and we have been certifying all the production protocols. We have some internal tests on July 4. We'll begin the production of the machine of voting machines, and today we are about to finish assembling the electoral material, and then on the other side we have 1,000 machines nationwide. In some fair spots in which voters can approach and test these machines. An initiative of placing 24 stands in each capital of a state, that we are going to have a virtual reality experience for voters to interact, to exchange with this, to get experience and get in touch with this technology. And so we called to political organizations, and we have the training of those members of polling stations to comply with the electoral service within the law. And there's also a platform to be trained on internet, and other centers to get trained. The National Electoral Council has served at the table for the 27 days left, we are just you are just polishing the details. On March 5, we said that the leadership, the leadership of the National Electoral Council we have been making the right decisions to advance in the process of the elections. So we must thank first to voters of the people for their backup to the work of officials that guarantee the strengthening of our democracy. And today, more than ever, our democracy it lights up. So we said observers who are going to continue being witnesses in the 11 audits and in the electoral party on July 28th. Well, thank you very much, Vice President, and thank you all. I want to thank and congratulate the Bolivarian Armed Forces and the Security Corps of the Venezuelan state that offered the national security after the electoral drill, and also to the media outlets being present here, and the Ministry of the Popular Education and of the Ministry of Energy and of Justice, the Ministry of Science and of Popular Science and Technology, and all institutions that made up the National Logistic Committee. That just we have met 3 days a week, and that commission is presided by a director who has been doing an extraordinary work on the electoral process. We are on the brink of July 28th elections, and we already begin this electoral party. And good luck to all presidential candidates, and to say the Venezuelan people that be confident with the National Electoral Council. And once again, on July 28th, the Venezuelan people will prove the democracy in Venezuela, and the National Electoral Council will do everything to long live Venezuela, long live homeland.
Presidente del Poder Electoral, doctor Elvis Amoroso, ha dicho que se cumplieron todos los objetivos de este simulacro electoral, se comprobaron todos los aspectos técnicos, operativos y logísticos de cara a lo que serán las elecciones presidenciales previstas para el día 28.
We were listening to the statements of Elvis Amoroso, president of the National Electoral Council of Venezuela. The official reported on the electoral drill held on Sunday. Amoroso highlighted the effectiveness and technological prowess of the voting system. He also welcomed the participation of the international observers during the drill and highlighted democratic values of Venezuelans during the exercise. Amoroso praised the work of all those involved in development of the electoral drill. Let's continue.